Hey guys, Big here. This video here is from launch, our Omens run, and basically we did it the same night that it released, and we have 36 people in the raid. No one has a single piece of Omens gear yet, so this is all GOD geared and 69 and level 70s. Um, so enjoy the video. This is how to do Anguish. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Thanks. We're gonna kill him in this corner right over here to our southeast. Might be different from what you guys did. A lot of groups kill him by the stairs. We're not going to do that. So we're going to kill him right here. Our main tank's going to corner tank him right where I'm standing. The rest of the raid, you guys are going to wait with your butts pinned to this wall where Big Or is, right here on the south. So just stand up against this wall here. We're going to get dogs, and the dogs are going to be kited over here to our west, and you're going to root them out here. If you can root them out here, that'd be great. Debuffers, once you have the main boss debuffed, you can debuff these dogs for us. The first four, like I said, we're just going to kill them right here. Everybody's going to be working on killing as fast as possible. Follow the MA. And then the next wave of four, as they come, those four X-Tar tanks, you're going to bring them over here, and Along's going to help you root them and stuff, and you're just going to keep them off the raid. Does everyone understand their jobs? Yes, Big Or? Alright, cool. So let's get Tank Daddy, just be ready to heal him. Alright, there's the dogs. Everybody on the dogs. MA switch to dogs. Scuffle, you should be over by Tank Daddy. He should be able to be slowed now, if he's not already. I'm not looking at him. Okay, follow MA guys back on the main boss. Remember, if you're one of those X-Tar tanks, you need to be over there doing the thing with the dogs. So who is that? Zohan, Fujimoto, all you guys need to be over there dealing with dogs. They can be slowed too. These dogs need to all be real slowed. I have some warrior slows on them. Alright, are all the dogs handled? Alright, cool. Don't kill them, they'll just respawn. Ishin, can you pop an MGBCR for us, please? Thank you. Tank Daddy, ooh. Oh yeah. We need to curse cure the tank too. I don't think I said that. Hopefully someone's doing it. I mean, it's at 1%, so it's a good time to call it. Alright, good. I'm actually going to add that in my key thing. So when I said I was going to add that to my key thing, this is actually what I mean, guys. Before every raid target and before every raid, I actually have, every X pack, I have these keys made up for every raid target we do, and I have them saved as socials. And basically what it does is tell you the target that you're going to be fighting, whether it's slowable or not, and then like any other important information. And then I always end it with like your tank rot or if it ramp tanks, I put that on there too. And then I think it's really good to have this though, not just for the raiders, because then if somebody's not in voice or not paying full attention in voice, at least then you have a text version of it for them too. But I like doing it as well because then before each fight, I push the key and it kind of reminds me as a raid leader like some of the mechanics of the fight that you may forget. Like for example, on this one, you had to keep the main tank and the off tanks keyed for a curse. So that's important. And luckily, somebody in our raid was already doing it, but I didn't mention it, so that could have been bad. But yep, so if you are a raid leader, I'd highly recommend doing this before each launch, and it just helps keep your raids a little more
You guys
organized.
see those assignments? So like we have a couple tanks and also clerics and shamans assigned to some of those. One of the cells I have Kislani, I have you assigned to one because that cell usually it's a little hard to slow that one, so I just want you to start there. Make sure you have your ruins up for people and stuff. It's the last cell that we go to. And for those of you who haven't done this next fight, like cross aggro is a big deal, right? So you can't use MGB heals, don't use wards. You got to really watch your songs. You can't heal someone that's not in the cell that you're in currently, so you need to pay attention to that. Go to your respected cells. Make sure you have your teams there. They spawn right outside the cells, so if you're like the second tank, the ramp tanks, you want to be out there to pick them up. And if you're, make sure if you're south cell, you're over here where Big is. Yep, posting right now. Prax, you're with me last time. It's this cell right here, Prax. Last time this one stunned me right off the rip, and Along got it, but just be ready for whoever's tank to be stunned. Yeah. I mean, that's fine. Make sure you guys all go to your cells. I'm gonna go check. Alright, you guys should mainly... We have way too many people over in this cell, northeast. Let me just check my list again. Northeast is Tank Daddy, Fujimoto, Kodak, Ishin, and Kush, and Kislani. No heals, you're not in here. Get out. Alright, so everybody else should be south. Everybody else needs to go south. If you're not in those groups, go south so we can get this thing started. Make sure you guys don't mess us up with the Bard songs and no AE heals. Mandari, go over there. Can ramp? Yeah, it's fine. You can use it. Be fine, dude. Use whatever disses you need to here. Big thing is not to die. Because remember, we got some long fights after this that suck. Alright, I think we're ready. Anybody not ready? Okay. Prax, I'm up first, but if I die, you pick it up. Okay, let's go ahead and do it in 3 seconds. Go ahead and start it. Just misclicked the wrong button, that was cool. So right here in this clip, you can see where we have ours in our cell, and we're fighting it, but you can see the assist rings are right there, and that's because the south cell mob was kind of like over there. I don't think we had it aggro really on it, but it definitely got over there. I think that they didn't pick it up quick enough and pull it into their cell. So I do recommend if you have extra knights and stuff, like we only had 36, so be careful how we distribute our people. But if you have extra knights and stuff, just have them at the cells as
you know, ramp tanks, pick those up quickly. You can also make hotkeys with their names and target them quicker. But really, I think having multiple people to pick them up is the best, because I think that's the hardest part, is just getting them picked up quick. Remember, guys, use your burns. The first person that one dead faster, and they're not like running cell to cell. This gets fixed. It gets straightened out, but it was definitely a little mess up there. I'm stunned too. Yes, I totally understand. We didn't have a shaman with us because we only have 2, and one died, so we never got the thing. So it just kind of was what it was. That's why I didn't just put 2 tanks. We had extra tank, you know? Response is somebody complaining that we couldn't land a cold slow on the cell that I was in, and that's just because we didn't have a shaman or enchanter to debuff it, but that's only because of the lack of shamans that we had on the raid. We only had 2, so I put them in the other cells to prioritize the ones that could actually be slowed. So if you ever have extra shaman or debuffers, you probably want to put them in each cell, because you can land the cold slow on the one, but it has to be debuffed first. Do staunch recovery, meet at the top of the stairs. Guys, let's chill right here, where Big is, for a second. Let's get everybody here. Everybody use their staunch recovery. Unless you're like good on mana, which I know all our clerics need to use it. I put the information for the next fight and raid, say guys. Basically does a massive AE damage thing. You have to back out of the range of it or you'll die. I'll call it out when to back up, and then I'll call out when to go back in. We're going to tank him over here in this corner, guys, where Big is, the southwest corner. We're going to tank him right here. The tank rod is on that button there at the bottom. Zohan will be first, then Scuff, you'll pick it up if he dies. We'll back up over here to the southeast. So every time we back up, we'll back up to where Big is, like this area, guys. And clerics, just make sure you're in range for healing, obviously. You're going to tank him right here with your butt in this corner. I don't think he rampages, so. I think we're ready for him. Is there any crap in his room? Okay, cool. Let him know if you want to pull him in, that's fine. See you going up there, inching up there. Alright, heals on Zohan. Alright. Man, his melee range sucks. Remember, he dispels your top 2 sometimes. So be ready to click. He didn't hit me with it once on test, so.
Cool off, sucker!
Alright, back up, back up, back up. Get out of there. Did he do it?
Pizza power!
Now we can go in. Alright, good job guys. Now let's start clearing to the next one. So the next fight is Hanvar. He's an HP locking fight. It takes forever. It's very boring. Probably one of the worst fights in Anguish just because I hate anything that's like HP lock like timer where you can't make it go faster or speed it up or anything. So you got to kill these waves of ads, basically assign X-tar targets to each knight, and then tank for the guy. He's slowable, everything like that. And so are the ads. So you just basically every time the ads spawn, you kill them, and then you get him back to where he HP locks. It's a super trivial fight, as you can see with our rate of 36 and no Omens gear whatsoever. It was super easy. Straight where I'm pointed. You see where I'm looking? You're right in front of me. To the northeast corner. Yeah, I'll run there with you so you know where to take him. Yep, exactly. And then we're going to fight all the knights over there. And we all have X-Star assignments for them, so everybody should know which ones they're picking up. We kill the knights, we debuff the main dude, and we debuff the knights, and we kill them all over there in the northeast corner. If you guys don't know where you're going, I'm raid marked. You can follow me over there. Let Tank Daddy tank the boss over in that corner. Along, can you go in there first, since you're with us with DA, and just pull him into the corner, then we'll all follow you in? Alright, so let's do this. Along, go ahead. Wait, guys. Let him go first. Wait, 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 wait. Okay, let's go. I was looking at this one to see who was supposed to have it, so I was like, somebody didn't pick this one up, but it's mine. I just happened to pick up the right one by accident. Hey, we're almost there, guys. We're getting there. All right. The next fight is the Arch Magus guy, and basic thing for him is he's a tank and spank, but he rampages. He also spawns an ad that you have to kill because the ad will hit harder the longer it's alive. And it does a disease that's called Mark of Death, which shows up as like a skull icon, and you want to make sure you get that off of yourself because as it ticks down, when it gets to 0, you die. So cure that off yourself as soon as possible. Shaman's Blood of Nadox is good. Cleric's group heals are good. Sodies are super great for this fight because you can just keep clicking the disease off yourself, and that'll keep you alive. So pretty easy fight though.
Hey, same, but different, but still same. Ha ha ha.
You ready, Fuji? Because here it comes. Heals on Fuji. Let's go. Add up. Everybody on the ad. Everybody on the ad. Make sure you guys are checking for debuffs still. This is so let's have those clerics who are low. If you're below like 80 mana, go ahead and camp for mana. I think you're fine to camp here. I wish the screen would stop shaking. That'd be cool. Did anyone die? I think that's flawless. No baddies. That's good. All right, guys. Last fight. OMM. Most important things to know about him is you can use these pets on the east and west for enchanters. You can charm them and you can use them to kill them. Make sure you assign an enchanter and a tank to each one so tanks can babysit them in case they break. So they pick it up, doesn't eat your enchanter. 2, you have a mask you need to click. If you get the emote on you, I'll put it in the description here. But yeah, if you get that audio trigger ding, means you got to click your mask. Otherwise, the mob's gonna power up and start eating through tanks. Next is your Mark of Death, just like on the Arch Magus fight. That disease is going to go out every once in a while. Got to make sure you cure your groups and cure yourself, or you're going to get DT'd. Lashers, they're little ads that spawn during the fight. Make sure you hit those, target them if you're not a tank that's actually tanking OMM, and pick those up and kill them as quick as possible. All DPS should switch to them, melt them down, and get right back on the boss. At the last 20%, it's important to have all your reses done before he ports the whole raid down to the beginning of kind of like the maze that you came up to get there. If you don't, those bodies, they need to not take their res if it's after the raid gets ported. But if you have any dead people, res them before that point. And then when you run up, don't click the door up there until you have your whole raid ready and you have somebody ready to weapon, shield, or fortitude when they run in. Because you have to engage him immediately or his health will regen and the fight will reset and you're back to zero. You're back to the same spot where you started. So be careful of that. If a raider accidentally clicks up, the whole raid needs to click up and go and engage it. You can't just willy-nilly about it. You got to have that person ready to go, click up and engage. So don't have any accidental click ups. And if you guys have any questions or comments about this fight, just leave them below. This is pretty easy. This is us doing a 36 on launch night. Absolutely no omens gear. A lot of 69s and 70s. We actually did miss some max clicks because it's calling on people who weren't level 70. You do have to be level 70 to click the mask. And also, there's old things that people would say like, hey, if you only have 12 people loot the mask, like it will only call those 12 people. It won't call anyone else in the raid. That used to be true. That's not true anymore. So at some point, I guess they fixed that. Used to only have to have like 12 people loot the mask, and then like it would only call on those 12 people. But I guess that's not really a thing anymore. So yeah, that's a myth at this point. If you guys have any questions or comments, leave them below the video, and I'll answer them. And I'm gonna start it up before the port. There it goes. Make sure we get those pets. Yeah. I always think they're breaking, so I always like turn off my attack and try to taunt them.
Let's get shelled!
Alright, get ready for the lashers are coming, guys. Tanks, be ready to pick these things up. There they are. Frenzies are out, guys. We should get ported any second. Sorry about that on the ramp, guys. I forgot to even like make a big deal about setting that. Good job, though. waiting at the gate. Everybody needs to shrink back up too. Have Fuji click up first. Because as soon as we click up, you got to go engage a fort. Fuji, are you ready? Alright, Fuji, go ahead. I don't see you. Alright, everybody just start clicking. Go, go, Fuji, go. You're here. You gotta go. Click your green pots, guys. I'm on ramp on big. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, I got one taunted. Long as.
Let's get shelled!
Yep, lashers are coming. Tanks be ready for lashers. I got it along.
Let's get shelled!
I mean, it's over. It's 1%. Good job, guys.